Hi and welcome to Cooking with Krissy. Right now I'm going to teach you how to make a really delicious and surprisingly healthy kale and Brussels sprout salad. Now we're going to have to make a dressing for the salad, and we're going to make the salad itself, which is super easy. The actual bulk of the salad is going to be shaved Brussels sprouts. You're going to have some really thinly sliced kale, some almonds, and some cheese. And then the dressing we're going to make right now. I saved you guys the really arduous process of having to watch me squeeze a 1/4 cup of lemon juice. This is freshly squeezed. You can use the stuff that comes in the squirty bottle, but it's not going to be as good, and it's going to miss the core ingredient of love. Now in here, we are also going to take some Dijon mustard, and I am going to take 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard and plunk it straight into my lemon juice. Some freshly ground pepper, some salt, a tablespoon of shallot, and 1 minced garlic. Let's cut this up now and add it to our mixture. Ugh. And now let's mince that guy up really quickly. When you've got finely minced garlic, you're going to add that to your mixture. And we are also going to take a shallot, mince this bad boy up. I love saying bad boy on this show. We're going to take a shallot, mince it up, and then put a tablespoon in. So let's cut off the 2 ends of the shallot, as you guys know from all the other times we've used shallot, and we'll mince it up really tight. The best way to mince a vegetable, just so you guys know, is you put your hand on the top of the knife so you don't accidentally cut it, and you press down very quickly. That will get you a very fine mince, and you never have to worry about chopping your fingers. Oh my gosh, it's like impossible for me to not cry when I'm mincing onions. I'm always so embarrassed when I do this. Through tears, we have our tablespoon of minced shallot. We're going to take our dressing concoction. We are going to mix it up, and we're just going to let it sit while we do everything else so the flavors can kind of melt together. Now that I've pulled myself together from our shallot incident, I'm going to show you guys how to make the bulk of the salad with our kale and our Brussels sprouts. This is what a piece of kale looks like before it's been reduced for your salad. You want to take out this center section and then just finely chop everything on the sides. We're going to take our piece of kale, and working around that center seam, we are going to chop off one side. So it is just this nice piece of kale, just the roughy edge, if you want to get fancy with your technical lingo. And then we're going to chop off the other side. And this center stem we are just going to discard, and we're going to do that for all of our pieces of kale. With our decentered kale, we're going to take a couple of clumps, roll them up together, and then give them a fine chop so that they're in thin little slices, the same way you would chop up herbs. Now that our kale's done, we're going to start our work with our Brussels sprouts. So, as you remember from when we cooked them in the last episode, you want to cut off the bottom of the Brussels sprout, take off those outer few leaves, and we are left with your clean Brussels sprout. The first thing we're going to do is chop the Brussels sprout in half, and then you're going to take 1/2, lie it flat, and sliver it as thin as you can possibly chop. Also, don't cut off your fingers. I would be very, very sad if blood is spilled on Valentine's Day. Okay, we have all of our roughage in a bowl, and we have 3 more steps before we finish this salad. First, we are going to take our dressing base that's been sitting, and we are going to add a 1/2 cup of olive oil, just to kind of thin it out. Yeah, of course I have the slowest pouring olive oil in the world. Okay, now that our olive oil is added, I'm just going to mix everything up so it's even. Then we are going to take some slivered almonds, and we're going to add 1/3 cup of them into our greens, just to give everything a little bit of texture and a nutty taste. You need your nutty taste for Valentine's Day. And I'm going to take some Pecorino Romano, and I'm going to grate it over the top. And you're going to want about 1/2 cup to a cup of Pecorino Romano in your salad. Once you have all of your ingredients in the salad, you are going to take your dressing and, shocker, pour it on top. And once we get everything in the bowl, you are just going to toss everything together. I use my hands because I like to get dirty in the kitchen. There we go. And here you have it, a nice, light, kind of romantic as Brussels sprouts can be, salad for Valentine's Day. Enjoy.